welcome back to yet another video. Look at this vase. Isn't that just beautiful? Vietnamese weaving folk art. I looked them up and I don't think it has the best sell-through. I have similar glasses to these listed in my store already. Those whiskey glasses, but they don't have the gold rim around them. Oh my god, look at that art. $40, no way, but that is just gorgeous. Oh, generation doll horse. Wedgwood, that can sell for some good money sometimes, I do believe. I open this box and what the is that? That's odd. Is that a vase? Why does it look like that? $75 for that one though. No thanks. Perhaps I've been watching too much homeschooling picker, her with all the ducks and geese. I don't know, I just think that vase is gorgeous. But again, $40, no way. I've got no idea what it's worth though, I didn't even look it up. Pirate cup. Now, I don't know if I made a mistake leaving these ones behind, because I was seriously considering that. And I think, you know, just like one pottery dish of its own could sell for about $35, which is what they were charging. But you get so much more than one piece. And I don't know. I saw some branded leaf pottery sets selling for like $200, but those ones were unbranded. Granted, they are vintage. I wouldn't know how to value it, and it would be a pain in the ass to ship. Was it a mistake? Was it not a mistake? What do you think? They were nice though. Yeah. Loki! Most cookie jars in general just don't do very well. You can find the odd one that does, but no idea what that's worth. I didn't really look it up. Even though that is a nice cookie jar, I will say. Never seen Loki. I've only watched one Tom Hiddleston movie in my life. And that was Crimson Peak. I've never seen Coach shoes before. What? No idea how to authenticate these. One said $70, another shoe said $40. I think if they are real, they're probably worth about $40. So obviously there's no point in buying that, and they're quite a small size too, so no thanks. We will buy these Nemo ornaments. Oh, I've sold a pair of those bunny tail bookends before. I don't think it's going to be something that I ever look to repurchase, but I've sold them. That was an interesting thing. I didn't look it up. I wonder if you think that would be worth anything. Oh, this one was a bit surprising. Made in Italy. If I'm remembering correctly, I did look that up, and I think it sells for maybe $11. So I did put that back, but $11? Really? Wow. Okay. Unless I'm thinking of something else, but I think it might have been that one. Oh, these ones I looked up and I can't remember what they're called, but I think they might be from Bulgaria. And that pattern seems to be something that people are looking for, and they do sell, but I think that may have only been worth about $20. And considering how tiny the bowl was, I did decide to put it back. Maybe that was a mistake. I should have just bought it for the dollar. But like, what is that bowl used for? You know, that's kind of the question that I had. Is it maybe a dipping sauce? Anyway, because I didn't really know the answer to that, I did just put it back. Like, it's so tiny. It's not like a big bowl that you could put noodles or something in, you know? Wicked! Again, I don't with any jigsaw puzzles that aren't sealed unless it's something with a very small number of pieces that I can just count. No idea if the Wicked thing would even be worth anything to begin with, but Wicked, it's popular. I started doing some puzzles myself. Never thought I would be a puzzle person, but you know, sometimes you want to play a board game or something and then there's no one there. Puzzles are a good solo activity. I looked up that one, not because I necessarily thought it was going to be worth much, but I thought new with tags, maybe like $15 or something like that. Because, you know, it's quite small. Spot is like a beloved children's character. But I actually think it's maybe only worth about $10. So I just put that one back. Oh, this one. Look, it lights up. That's dope. We will come home with that toy. Oh, I looked this one up, and I think it's something that is being sold at Big W, so that's already not great to begin with. I think resale, it's only worth about 20 bucks. Probably not going to be a fun thing to ship, so just put that one back, given its size as well. No. You can stay for someone else. Oh, we are for sure taking this. You know me and my Care Flight collection, I don't have the helicopter guy. That's a cute little soda can thing. Just cute, nothing really else. Squishmallows. They don't do very well anymore. I mean, certain ones do, but overall, it's a trend that's passed. Oh my god, I have never ever ever seen Louis Vuitton bed sheets before. My bet is that these are fake. Like, do Louis Vuitton even make bed sheets? Oh, these were 2 books that I put back. Obviously, I had to look that up because it's Louis Vuitton, but it's only worth about 10 bucks. So that one goes back. No, I don't remember why exactly I put this one back. I couldn't find any for that specific illustrator, and yeah. But some, like, vintage fairy books could do very well. This is my lunch. Okay, whole time. Hi, welcome back to yet another haul. I only went to Helping Hands, and it's going to be split between the personal stuff and the resale stuff, because I think there are a few things nice enough to want to show you. Don't always show you the personals, but here we go. I found yet another Care Flight. My collection is ever growing, and I don't think it's gonna slow down anytime soon. Oh my god, is this brand new? Well, I kind of want to take it out of the bag, so maybe I will. It's not like I'm gonna sell it. I don't remember any kind of adoption paper, but I think this might be an adoption paper. It is. It's an adoption certificate. All of the ones that I've thrifted have never come with an adoption paper, so that's actually pretty cool. I don't even remember having an adoption paper with, like, my first 2 bears, the ones that Nan got me. She was the one who started my collection, and I think all of the ones that she got were new, and I don't ever remember an adoption paper. It's cool though to have that. Reminds me of the Cabbage Patch Kids when they come with an adoption paper. I don't know how much value that adds to it. Not that Care Flights are really worth anything, because they're not, but Cabbage Patches are. It's a heli bear, they called it. Someone who works on a helicopter, I guess. That's the only toy sort of thing that I got myself. The rest are in the clothing kind of category. So, I bought these shoes because they just scream Peter Pan, and I'm not cosplaying anymore. I did used to cosplay as a teenager. I've got a Killian Jones / Captain Hook cosplay that I did once, and like with the actual proper coat. That was so cool. I could probably put a photo up. So it's not like I'm trying to assemble a costume or anything, but I think it's cool to have these shoes and live out my Peter Pan dreams. Live out my Neverland dreams. As a little nod to him. And they do seem to fit perfectly well. And they've got like very comfy soles. The second pair of shoes I got are these gold boots. I did try them on and my toes are touching the very edge. So they may be slightly small by the time that you walk in them, like your feet swell up slightly. But it's not like I would really want to walk in these in the first place. You'd be selective about where you wear heels. Oh, these might have been painted. I wonder if they were painted. Because I don't think that it's supposed to look like that. That's a very good paint job. Anyway, these are London Rebel, and I just figured that if they end up being too much of a nightmare, by the time that I've tried it, I might just list these up and someone with a smaller foot will like to buy these. That's my plan. I'm going to try them and pray to God that these work, because look at these. I love them. That's a very, very good paint job. I didn't even realize that was paint when I bought. But yeah. Heels. Do I need any more shoes? No. Do you want to see how many shoes that I've got? A lot. I've got an entire drawer full of just sneakers. Which is quite funny because I just wear the Converse basically every day. Occasionally I'll switch shoes. My second most worn pair of shoes is a boot. But I like shoes. I like having shoes more than I like wearing them. Sue me, sue me, sue me, sue me. I've gotten rid of like a few pairs because I did a whole clean out of all of my stuff a year ago maybe. So I have gotten rid of a lot actually, but I still have too many. Actually, is there such a thing as too many shoes? I'm at the point where I'm realizing I need to wear more jewelry more as well. I don't really, like I have a lot of jewelry but I just don't wear it. So that's like my new goal. Half the time I just forget it exists. Alright, now the last personal thing I got is this sweater. How cute is that? It's not quite off the shoulder, but it sits wide enough that it does sort of give that vibe. It's very cute. It's from Zara. That's that. These ones I did buy to resell. I'm not sure what size they are exactly. I'll try them on, and if they do fit, I can report back. I'd say that they're an A, because that's me. Unless I can actually find the size tag. These are Levi's. I've never actually bought a pair of Levi's before, but I know that they are a very, very popular jeans brand. And there was more Levi's out today, but I didn't buy any of those because I looked up the model number and they didn't seem to sell for as much as I thought they would have. I think these are $45. But the only reason I bought these ones and left the others behind is because they are 501s. And whenever I have heard anyone else talk about Levi's, I'm always hearing 501. I am not a Levi expert. This will be my first time trying to sell them. But I think that the 501s might be the best model of the Levi's. Do not quote me on that. But that's what I think. Look at this interior. That's cool. Plain with a raw hem. Actually, I saw these ones selling brand new for $70. So who knows? Would you call this black or grey? Because it's, well, maybe charcoal. It's a button fly. Which personally, I think if you're going to get a button fly jean, it should be on the outside because that's just cute. But what's the point in having these buttons that you can't even see? But some people like them, so each their own. Those are those. Would you call this an Afghan type blanket? This is the next thing that I bought. I've seen so many types of these blankets. And normally I just leave them all behind because they're all more or less the same. When there's just that many of them, you want something more unique. Not saying that the boring ones don't sell, because maybe they do. But I'm not trying to get into it. I bought this blanket because I've never really seen it in a brown colorway before. And this is just darling. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Someone's gonna want this. Someone's for sure gonna want this. I didn't even look it up, so I've got no idea what this is worth. I literally just bought it. So yeah, hopefully $8 wasn't too much. In my head, I thought I would spend up to $5 for this. But then I go to the checkout because there's no price tag on this. And I'm like, how much do you want? And she says, $8. And kind of just ended up buying it anyway. So I don't know what that says, but it's darling. Look at that. The next thing I got is this Moana fish hook. I think I turned it off. It lights up. Someone's gonna want that. I paid $4 for it. And this may only be worth like $30, but that's pretty cool. I've done well with some of these kind of prop toys before. Not that I've sold many of them, but I sold that Harry Potter broom that was in one of my other videos. I've never seen Moana, believe it or not. Never seen it. I haven't seen the second Frozen movie either, but I have watched the first Frozen movie. I'm not much of a Disney person, to be honest. My favourite Disney movie is Tomorrowland, if we're excluding Peter Pan, because I'm obsessed with that franchise, world, universe, whatever. But yes, Tomorrowland. You either love it or you hate it. The next thing I've got are these two Nemo things to put in a fish tank. Aquarium decor. I've got no idea what these are going to be worth, but I figured like even if I just sell them for $20 for the pair of these, it's probably going to be worth the $4 because $2 each. I will sell these together. I've never tried to sell anything fish related on my own, but I have sold so much fish stuff, like tanks, pumps, filters, for my dad before, and they can sell for some very, very good money. However, sometimes that I think the decor does better than the actual equipment. I guess it's probably because one of those things, you're only going to buy a fish tank when you need it, or you're only going to buy a filter when you need it. It's not something that you're going to like repurchase again, if that makes sense. Whereas like ornaments, you can buy one all the time and just like plop it in your tank. There's no limit to it, if that makes sense. I once did a garage sale with my dad, and we both put stuff in. He had so much fish tank ornaments that I think they ended up being the thing that sold the best there. Now, a garage sale is different to the kind of business I run. You're not going to get garage sale prices. But I think that is some kind of indicator for the market. So that's all I've got. They do need to be like sterilized and stuff before you put them in the tank if you want to buy them and do that. Just saying. I love you so much. I hope to see you in the next video, okay? Peace out. Bye.